to trace back the source of all the flaws. Did I get held enough applause? Did I get support like titties in new bras? Did I rhyme tight enough to drop some jaws? Did I fit into all the rules and all the laws? Is it the genes passed down to my maws and paws? Life up and down too much like seesaws? Should I go back even further than me to the family tree or the national history? Maybe my fate was born with the galaxy laid out clearly, a Big Bang theory. Saying again, was the pain preordained? I aim to remain sane. Someone please explain. How can I minimize myself with humility, but still take the right responsibility? Nobody knows how far back it goes when he follows the dominoes. Nobody knows how far back it goes when she follows the dominoes. Nobody knows how far back it goes when he follows the dominoes. Nobody knows how far back it goes when she follows the dominoes. I guess that really what I'm trying to say is, does it matter what paved the way to messing up today? It might have been all of the friends I made, the way we played. I might have been too young to get laid. Maybe it's presupposed or predestined. Maybe cause I missed that bus, I'm just guessing. Maybe it's a blessing to teach me a lesson. Did it all start when my heart felt stressing? Could it be too much TV? Did my favorite rap record deceive me? Believe me, if I could go back and right the wrongs, I might do it. But would I just be dealing with some new shit? Just as bad, I can't unglue it. Too late, it's fate, I gotta run to it. I can't run from it, my mellow, I must face it. If I find the source, I still can't erase it. But if I could just know it, that it might not be all my fault. Self-love, I might show it, and compassion, I might grow it. Let me tuck that away for the very next time I blow it. Cause nobody knows how far back it goes when he follows the dominoes. It's fate, I gotta run to it. Too late, it's fate, I gotta run to it. Too late, it's fate, I gotta run to it. Gotta run to it, gotta run to it. Too late, it's fate, I gotta run to it. Too late, it's fate, I gotta run to it. Too late, it's fate, I gotta run to it. Gotta run to it, gotta run to it. Too late, it's fate, I gotta run to it. Too late, it's fate, I gotta run to it. Too late, it's fate, I gotta run to it. Gotta run to it, gotta run to it. Too late, it's fate, I gotta run to it. Too late, it's fate, I gotta run to it. Too late, it's fate, I gotta run to it. Gotta run to it, gotta run to it. But the siren song drowns out his best angels, looking for a fresh angle. The fine line between a good reason and a good excuse. The timeline between a good time and self-abuse depends on what he depends on. Friends gone due to the time he spends on the one thing used to be the fun thing. Now a takeover, taking control, give a soul a makeover. He's on autopilot, you can see the lies in his eyes as he justifies like everybody dies and everybody tries just to build alibis on the way. So it's okay if I wear a disguise, long as they don't realize that I'm singing lullabies just to keep them all sleeping on the real enterprise. And I'm gonna clean up, so why should I come clean and tell them all what I've been up to when I'm unseen? Like it's more kinda lie so they won't get hurt. But then he doesn't change nothing and he keeps doing dirt, and he starts to hate himself, and that opens up the way to hating everybody else a little more each day. It's a plea when he prays praise, cause he doesn't wanna pay, and every day it's getting harder to find another way just to keep it all going in the cart house hurricane, trying to find the narrow gate to get out of the wide lane. How many mistakes to make does it take for the snake to break? How many mistakes to make does it take for the snake to break? How many mistakes to make does it take for the snake to break? How many mistakes to make does it take for the 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 take. In the shore, looking to explore for ways to heal old sores, settle old scores. He stepped in for a cooling touch and got a rush. Didn't feel better, but he didn't feel much. So he steps in deeper to the knees. Felt good to let the blood freeze, and he's looking around. Nobody's telling him to jump out. Gray skies, no love from a cold breeze. So he takes a step to the neck. Finally numb, just succumb to the shipwreck. It's so still, he wants to let it fill. He's so ill, he might stay for the blood chill. But then the water began to change and shift. He lost ground as he feels it dip and lift. Now he's in waves and he can't swim, and he can't see the shore cause the fog is rolling in. Wave after wave crashing around him, pounding away, all threatening to drown him. In the guilt, the shame, and despair, saying your life's the most unfair and don't nobody care. There's no help, it's all too hard, and you're not worth it anyway, the coast is too far. They keep crashing, laughing and lashing. He feels life's worth and he starts thrashing, and as he fights, reaching out, he finds a stone, finds another, and he feels like he's not alone. Takes a step, then takes another one, climbs high enough, looks out to discover some like himself adrift in the night, and he knows how they feel, and his heart becomes their light. He shouts out just to let them know, I was once in the water and I almost let it go, but I held fast to hope and was not torn. There will be gods and skies without storms. See these rocks around, they wanna break you. See the depths below, they wanna take you. But there's a light that'll never forsake you, and it's burning within, begin to remake you. He told them they were never going down. He let the bright light light their sight. The night all around gives away to the breaking of the dawn. The birds fly brave enough to sing the song, even though a fierce wind still blows and the waves still tumble in infinite rows. But for now the ships have all sailed away, and it's more warm than he felt any other day. With the purpose to be of service, now the waves still crash, but the effort is worthless. So tall, looking down, he can see it all. Sunshine and reminds of the close call, but he knows that the night will return. So he stands on the rocks and he waits to burn as a lighthouse. You can feel it begin. You're being honest with yourself and letting everybody in. That's freedom. No longer living in fear. You're knowing who you really are, and the path that you're on is clear to freedom. Though the world ain't giving it externally, trying to lock you down for living it. Freedom, it's a different kind. In the heart and mind, restoring sight to the blind. From the fire phoenix floating for the first shine. From the worst time, straight edge from a curse line broken. Choking on the smoke and the residue. You can hear it clear as the spirit, and as it says a new day starts today. It's all about filled hearts today. Doing your part just to chart the way. Knowing to live is to give, not to repair. And to stare down despair in your crosshairs like blow. You got in the moment, but so what? Cause the moment ain't really nothing until you fill it up with love. But you're doing the work to crush ego, making your life about the people around you weak. wealth, increased love for everybody else to love self, cause you. So I come down in a nightmare, crashing down, though love was still right there. Fighting fate for freedom, only fools fight fair. You rip your ribs apart to let light stare at the real you beating in your chest. Felt the warm glow, now you're knowing that your best is still to give, and you're giving it for the greater good. Ain't about you, but you're shining in the neighborhood now, cause you got a purpose, a reason. Love into action, now is the season. Every rainy day was watering the seed, weed out the greed, now lead with what you really need. You opened up the cage and got freed, heart on the sleeve, indeed, let it bleed, that's freedom. You can feel it begin, you're being honest with yourself and letting everybody in, that's freedom. No longer living in fear, you're knowing who you really are, and the path that you're on is clear to freedom. Though the world ain't giving it externally, trying to lock you down for living it, freedom. It's a different kind, in the heart and mind, restoring sight to the blind.